Dreaming big for positive change. Hello, my name is Suzanne Uliano, and I am a second grade teacher at Thales Academy in Wake Forest, North Carolina. I am ecstatic to speak with you today on a topic that I am very passionate about. It has become our mission as teachers to aid in the development of our students by becoming familiar with and putting into action the Luddy outcomes. The outcome that I will be addressing today involves ways teachers can help students develop dreams and aspirations to change the world. While this may seem like a lofty and far-fetched outcome to obtain, I am here to inspire and expose you to ways that teachers can take small steps to help their students begin to dream, grow, and soar. Without further ado, let's get started. First and foremost, it is critical for us to examine dreams and aspirations. Yes, we have all heard these words used in various contexts, but it is important to revisit and to get in the right frame of mind. As you can see on the slide, a dream is defined as a vision that occurs to a person. An aspiration is a strong desire, longing, or aim. For the purposes of this talk, it is important to recognize that there are all sorts of dreams and aspirations, some big and some quite small. You may also have dreams that are more focused on the self and egotistical, and then there are dreams that go beyond the individual and directly affect others. By listening in on this presentation, it is my hope that you will be able to think about your own dreams, clarify your role as a teacher, think about issues in our schools today and world, become familiar with the Discuss, Discover, Do model, and identify resources that may help to inspire and encourage our students. So, stop for a moment. What are your dreams? I am sure that all throughout your life, you have been encouraged to develop these and then chase after them. But I want you to stop and think. Think real hard. What are your dreams? Have your dreams changed throughout the years? Just because we have grown older doesn't mean that we shouldn't have bold and lofty goals that turn into dreams. Anything is possible. The importance of identifying our dreams lies in the fact that we as teachers are leaders. If we are constantly encouraging students to dream big and chase after their dreams, don't you think it is valid to say it is invaluable to look at ourselves in the mirror, do some serious soul searching, and be able to sufficiently identify our dreams? In addition to identifying your own personal dreams, ask yourself, am I sharing my school-appropriate dreams with my students? Do they know why certain causes are important to me? Am I encouraging my students to be a part of the dream if they feel compelled? For example, a dream of mine is to live in an eco-friendly world where we are preserving our natural resources and taking everyday measures to reduce, reuse, and recycle. In my classroom, I can not only share this dream with my students, but I can also lead by example by turning off the lights, for example, in our classroom, or minimizing the use of numerous paper towels and encouraging recycling during lunchtime. Folks, as teachers, we have so much potential to expose, inspire, encourage, and lead in our classrooms. I challenge you to realize this potential that lies within. More specifically, here are some everyday things we can be cognizant of. Exposing students to age-appropriate issues in their school, town, state, and beyond. Current problems need to be solved, and action can be a byproduct of a dream to change something. Inspiring students verbally and through your own actions. Creating a positive, encouraging, and motivating classroom. Taking a look around your classroom. You may need a little facelift and maybe some motivational quotes to get students thinking. Supporting students to take the next step, whatever the next step may be for them, is super important. For example, if a child is passionate about eliminating bullying, what awareness can this child head up within the school? How can you support them? Who can you establish connections with so that child can be successful in this endeavor? We are oftentimes so good at talking about all of these fabulous and motivating dreams, but fall short in actually carrying out these dreams and taking the steps necessary for action. I believe it is super important to create outlets and opportunities for students to follow through with passions and make sure that you are available to help them take the next step. In addition to all of those ways that teachers can help students directly, there are more things that teachers can keep in mind. This slide is important. Stop, collaborate, and listen. At Thales Academy, we implement a wonderful character education program called Project Wisdom, which is phenomenal. And if your school offers this program or is thinking about implementing a program similar to this, I would encourage you to take full advantage of all that this program has to offer. This provides for excellent talking points to start each and every school day. Each day, messages are read to students to have them think about overarching themes. Many of the topics are inspiring and promote dreaming big and positivity. The messages also convey a sense of empowerment for students. Secondly, it is important to collaborate with the character education teachers at your school and fellow staff members. It's important to begin engaging in meaningful dialogue about what is being taught throughout your school in regards to developing strong leaders who chase after their dreams. Be a part of that excitement. In addition, support the efforts of other teachers at your school. If a teacher is working in her classroom to raise awareness to promote recycling, maybe you can begin to do the same. From a spark comes a flame. Take the time to listen to your students and what they say, think, feel, and believe. Guide them in their thinking. When you become more cognizant of these actions and begin to follow through, you can transform your classroom into a positive portal for change. Now that I have provided you with some background and foundational groundwork that teachers can begin to think about and implement, I am going to introduce you to a series of guiding questions that can be used in your classroom or with a group of any motivated individuals who are willing and eager to be a part of something bigger than themselves. These questions are merely a tool to guide thinking and ultimately lead others to taking actions towards dreams and aspirations to change the world. I like to think of this as exposing students to issues, discovering what we are passionate about, discussing what can be done, and then doing something about it. Without further ado, let's begin. I am going to first start off on a smaller scale and then complete this model on a larger scale. Keep in mind that for our students, this may be the best way to begin conversations on this topic. The topic, if I could change something within our classroom. Now, for the purposes of this presentation, I am going to go through example issues that may commonly exist throughout all types of schools, but that I have seen within my own classroom. So, what's an issue going on in our school today? When you present this question, you may present it to students to see if they can come up with any issues. For example, bullying, or children being left out during play on the playground, or respecting other people's property within the classroom and using other people's supplies, or keeping our classroom clean and neat. Those might be issues that are common throughout all different elementary school classrooms and beyond. Who has the power to fix this? Students may respond by saying, we can, teachers can, parents can, or whoever they believe would be involved in solving some of these issues. What can we do? Students might say that they could raise awareness of the issues, they could brainstorm practical solutions, come up with rewards that will promote behaviors we wish to see. Why do I care? This is a very important issue. Students may care because the issues affect them directly and those around them. They may want everyone to be happy. Or maybe they care just simply because they strive to be the best that they can be and a great citizen in our society. How can it happen? Students might respond by saying, everyone can take responsibility for their actions. We can have a one team, one goal mentality. We can follow through with rules and procedures, etc. Once you go through this series of guiding questions, students become inspired and realize that they have the power within them to make a change, no matter how small or big. Small actions done by a lot of people leads to big change. In the following slides, I am going to go through some things that teachers can keep in mind that students can do to help bring about change on a larger scale. After discussing this, I will then demonstrate how we can take our guiding questions to a larger context in allowing students to see how they can be a part of something much bigger than themselves. So, you might be asking, well, what can students do? Here's just a list of some things that students can do to start actively pursuing things that they're passionate about. Students can volunteer with different organizations. They can research more about a topic they are interested in, make a care package and send it to someone in need, focus on the needs of others, stand up for their beliefs, educate others on issues, donate to good causes, reduce, reuse, recycle, stop polluting, and ultimately exhibit great character. Now I will go through an example of using the discuss, discover, do guiding questions to demonstrate how we can prompt thinking of our students to solve bigger issues. What's going on in our world today? If I could change the world, discuss, discover, do. So, what's going on in our world today? Some responses for this may be homelessness, poverty, hunger, depletion of natural resources, overconsumption, sickness, etc. Who has the power to fix this? Adults, teachers, kids, doctors, government and community leaders? What can we do? Students might respond by saying raise awareness, make donations to a cause, volunteer, start up collections, etc. Why do I care? Students might care for our future generations, for humankind, to make the world a better place, to promote happiness and health. How can it happen? Change can happen when people work together, take action, and lead. As you can see, these guiding questions merely just help to guide thinking and promote a great conversation that can lead to action. And that is what we're trying to do here. When helping our students learn about making positive changes, teachers play a large role in guiding thinking and encouraging action. Here's a list of things to keep in mind. Introduce issues that directly affect students or are happening in their immediate sphere of life, just like we did within this talk. Starting off on a small scale with classroom issues and then bringing it to the larger scale of world issues really makes a difference. Giving lots of examples to our students of kids who are already making a difference makes this more realistic and possible for our students. Intentionally setting aside time for these conversations with our students and the ability to swap ideas is also important. I know that life gets really busy in school and that we're constantly trying to cram in important curriculum, but sometimes these conversations, even if it's just 5 minutes, can really bring about such positive change. Empowering students by letting them know that they can be a part of a positive change is wonderful. And as this slide says, throughout the process of creating positive change and following through with dreams and aspirations, always keep in mind that small actions done by a lot of people can equal big change. Kids have the power to do anything. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. When we have dreams and aspirations to change the world, our life becomes more colorful and purpose can be found. Help students fly with their dreams. Gandhi says it perfectly in a simple but powerful statement: be the change you wish to see in the world. At the conclusion of this talk, I challenge you to truly think about what you will do differently or begin to incorporate in your own classroom. This can be something as simple as including daily writing prompts about dreams and aspirations, or including more supplemental information on current events, watching videos about kids who are doing amazing things within their schools to make a positive change, and more. It is my hope that throughout the duration of this presentation, you have a better understanding of the big picture of having your own dreams and aspirations to share with your students. In addition, I hope that you have seen how powerful it is to follow guiding questions that can allow students to discuss, discover, and do something. Continuously provide outlets for students to dream and take action. Realize that you must start small, and then the smaller actions can lead to bigger ones. And finally, I hope that you have realized your potential, which will in turn result in your students realizing their potential. I hope that you have enjoyed this talk and that you are inspired to make a change.